I promised this. The moment has come. The time to build an AFK Fisher in 1.16 Bedrock. That is right. Bedrock edition. You can take this on PC like I am on the Windows version of Minecraft, or the Bedrock version as it's known, and you can build this for yourself. Now, shout outs to 1UpMC who found this build and posted it on YouTube. I will link directly to his video in my description, so go check out his build of this and go check out all of his other videos. On this channel, I just showcase every AFK fishing build I can find, as well as other ones. So let's get right into this, because I know so many of you Bedrock people have been demanding this, and I said when I find one that works, I would share it to you. All right, let's get to the items you need. This should cover all of them, but please pay attention during the build to see if there are any extras. Again, these should be all the items you need for the build, and some are a little optional. So any solid block, I'm using oak wood planks for this one. You can really use any one as long as it's solid. You want to use actually one redstone torch for this build. You don't need two. 2 tripwire hooks. You're going to need 3 string. You're going to need 1 stone button. You're going to need an iron trap door. You're going to need 3 hoppers or more hoppers depending on how many chests you have hooked up to the system. You're going to need kelp. I just put 3 kelp in here, but you can use as much as you want. And only going to need the kelp if you don't have a crap ton of water source blocks. Kelp turns water that's moving into water source blocks, so it's really handy to have, so I included it here. You're going to need water, of course, because you got to fill your little fishing pool. And you're going to need redstone dust. You got to place that stuff. How else are you going to connect the redstone? Am I right? You're going to need a slab of some sort. I'm just using an oak wood slab. And then you're going to need 2 chests to make that big double chest. You could use just 1 chest, or you could use a ton of chests. And then, of course, you're going to need a fishing rod. And then finally, I should also mention that you are going to need an auto clicker. This is not something that you can use on console. If you are on console, there are some devices that have macro timings in them for console. They're hard to find. So this is really a suggested build for Bedrock on PC, but it is a Bedrock build that works. You're going to need to be able to delay inputs on your right click on your mouse. So if you were to do it on a controller, you would have to rig up either a Raspberry Pi to your controller or some sort of device, which I believe there are actually some devices that do this on Amazon that time macros. So just a heads up, you will need an auto clicker. I am using the OP auto clicker 3.0. Link to that to be able to download is in the description. All right, let's move on to the build. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our solid blocks. In this case, I'm using 64 wood oak planks. You can use any solid block you want really here. And you're going to create a 5x5 box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then you're just going to build this box all the way up again so that it is 5 by 5. All right, so there we have our 5 by 5 box. You've done step 1. On to step 2. All right, so the next portion is super easy. We're going to go into our box. We are going to get out our tripwire hooks, our string, and we are going to go back up to our structure. We're going to take out our solid blocks. We're going to place 1 block there and then 1 block across so that they are parallel with each other here. And then we're going to take a tripwire hook, place it there. Tripwire hook, place it there, and then we're going to take string, and you can barely see it, but we're attaching the string from the tripwire hook to the tripwire hook so that it goes across. You can barely see it there, but it's there. All right, moving on to the next step, and we're going to go back over here. We're going to put our redstone torch behind that block. And then we're going to get our wood planks or our solid block, depending on what you're using. And we are going to build an L shape as such. And we're going to put a block there, there, and there. So what I've already done here is the next step here, but I'm going to do it again for you just so you see. So now that we have our redstone torch behind the block, and we have these 3 blocks here in the little triangle, we're going to take our redstone and we're going to put one there, put one there. And then before we complete it, we're going to place a trapdoor there, and we're going to put our redstone there. So that will actually activate our trapdoor. And then we are going to move on to our next step. If this happens, you actually want to replace your trapdoor. There we go. So it should open against the back like that and activate, as you can tell with the tripwire. You can see because I'm tripping it. And then we can move on to the next step. So we're going to get a water bucket, and I'm going to show you actually another little trick while we're at it. We're going to get some kelp out because all of this water is going to need to be source block water. So the big trick here is, if you have blocks that aren't source blocks, is to build kelp up, and you can actually turn any moving water block into a water source block. And you can also place a kelp down here and wait for it to all the way to grow, and it will affect all of the non-water source blocks. So that's a real cool trick. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your hoppers. You're going to want to place one right here, right here. For the side ones, you're going to want to shift right click. So, and then one last one right here, shift right click. So those ones feed into this hopper. And then we're not quite done yet. So we're going to leave that hopper there. We're going to take our chest out and we're going to place it behind. Oops. The easiest way I find for this is to build a little platform that comes out. And then we're going to place our chest facing us as such. Build one more platform coming out. And place this chest like that so it goes into a double chest. We can get rid of that hopper, pick it back up, and then we are going to place it so that it runs into that chest. All right. So those hoppers run into that hopper, which runs into that chest, and that's what's going to collect the items that are flowing out. Then you can get rid of these blocks if you so please. And what we're going to do is we're just going to build an enclosure as such. And then above this chest, we're going to take our slab, and it can be any slab you have, and we're going to make it level with these blocks so that there is a hole right there. And then finally, we're going to go grab our button from this chest over here. What did I do with my button? I think I got rid of the button on accident now that I think of it. But yes, we're going to grab our button. So let me just, is it in my inventory maybe? No, I just totally got rid of that button. All right, so we're going to grab a button. And this button can be any kind of button you want it to be. You only need one, you don't need 64. And you're going to place that button right here. And then our last step is to delete this block or destroy this block that's underneath this block with a tripwire hook. Our water is going to flow in right there and stop because of this slab right here that creates a half of an invisible block right underneath it. And then any items that we do not pick up are going to flow in the water up through this and into the chest, or through these hoppers and then into the chest. And then you are done. You've done it. You've completed your 1.16 Bedrock AFK Fisher. Okay, so for this next portion, you're going to want to download the auto clicker that I have in the description. This is called the OP auto clicker. This is also the auto clicker that 1UP Minecraft or 1UP MC suggests using. Let me go over the settings with you guys. You're going to want it on 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, and you're going to want the milliseconds set to 800. You're going to leave click repeat to 1 time and repeat until stopped. Cursor position is going to be on current location, and then you're going to change the click options for the mouse button to right, and you're going to leave click type to single, and then you can change your hotkey to whatever, but I'm just going to leave it on F6. So all you're going to do is you're going to aim where that block intersects with that bottom block. You're going to right click, and then you're going to hit F6, and because this is timed to right click so slowly, when a fish grabs our bobber, we're going to hit the tripwire, and since the trapdoor will be up, there will be enough time that we actually catch the fish. There you go. And as you can tell, we're still fishing. It's going to keep going. That fish that went to the corner there will be pulled in by the water to our chest. So it is that simple, and everything that you catch is going to fly up and get pushed into this chest if you do not pick it up, or it will end up in these hoppers here next to you, because when you get it, it disconnects and then ends up in this chest. And then you can build down, you can connect the chests, you can go as deep as you want. But yeah, there you have it. This does rely on the OP auto clicker to function. So if you are a Xbox or a PS4 player or a Switch player, this isn't going to function properly for you unless you have some sort of controller where you can time macros. I know there are such devices out there, but unfortunately, unless you're using a controller or a device where you can time macros or inputs on your controller, for the fishing portion where you're right clicking but using a controller instead, you're not going to be able to do this. So you're going to need the OP auto clicker. But if you are on Windows and you're using Bedrock on Windows, use the OP auto clicker, have it all set up perfectly, and your AFK fishing is primo. This is a way better one than even the Java one. So I hope you guys like this build. If you like videos like this, then you're going to want to make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be creating a Bedrock playlist, this being the very first video, and I have my Java videos as well, and those will be in different playlists so you guys know where to go for which Minecraft tutorial. I have all the latest and greatest Minecraft tutorials on this channel, so you're going to make sure to want to go check out all the things I have so you can build new cool things. If you want to support this video, of course, slap that like button and leave some comments below with any questions you might have pertaining to this build and any suggestions you might have. And again, a big shout out to the creator, 1UP Minecraft. 1UP Minecraft's channel is loaded with amazing builds as well, so go check it out, because his is also in the description. Until the next one, guys, this has been Cowbun Fun. I will see you later.